Hey everybody, this video is a step-by-step tutorial on how to remove the canister system on the 790 Adventure. It does not have an SAS system, so the entirety of its emission systems is basically right here with a canister valve here and just a dongle. So it's a very simple kit to install. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is remove the fuel tank. If you already know how to do that, then you're gonna be at this point right here. If you don't know how to do that, if you go to Rottweiler Performance, downloads page / instructions, we've got a great PDF on how to remove this fuel tank. Locate the valve on the frame on the right hand side and unplug the connection, and then unplug the hose at the back of it. Plug in the supplied thumb screw to the hose and the dongle to the electrical connection. You can shorten this one up as short as you want. It basically just goes to a splitter, then goes down to the tops of the throttle bodies. So you can cut this way back if you want and bury it inside the engine compartment. Next, you want to remove the valve from its keeper, which is just a little rubber grommet in here. And you're going to want to cut this zip tie right there and remove that hose from the canister down here. That hose is removed from the top of the canister valve, and that gets removed. Using a zip tie, secure the dongle to the frame like this, or in any manner you really see fit. Remove the two hoses that are on the front of the canister. Neither one of these have anything to do with the emission system. This one is an overflow from the coolant tank, and this one is from the water drain at the top of the fuel tank at the filler. So these will just get zip tied against the frame once all this is gone. Next, we're going to remove the frame that's holding the canister itself. One bolt is down here on the engine, which we've already removed, and this one will not have to be reinstalled. It doesn't do anything else other than hold that frame. The second one is shared with the horn and is buried right back here. You will put that back in to reinstall the horn. Once the bolt's removed from the horn, the bracket lies in between those and is pinched by that. You'll bolt the horn back into the same mount as before, just without the canister frame sandwiched in between it. At this point, the canister will be free and only held by one hose. You're going to want to cut any remaining zip ties in this area. This will release and pull the hose through the frame, and the entire canister assembly will come out and look about like that. Remove the longer line from the splitter on the canister valve here, and then remove the short line from that, then remove the other line from the canister valve. Join the two longer lines as shown here. Now you want to fish that line you just made through the frame and parallel the other drain hose. Now the other drain hose is basically for water that gets in the fuel cap and it splits off here. You're going to want to take that other hose that used to go to the canister valve and run it down in this direction here. Once you reassemble the bike, you want to make sure that that hose is attached to the little plastic nipple that's on the stock skid pan right here, or you want to make sure that that hose is in a place where it can drain safely and not on a hot object. At this point in this configuration, it's basically just like a dirt bike with a vent hose. If you overfill the tank or fill it up completely, especially on hot days, it will tend to run out that hose. Now in stock trim, it did the exact same thing, except it would fill up this box with fuel, and then it would suck it back out, which would draw little carbon bits back into your fuel tank and foul up your fuel pump. So that's the caveat to removing this system, is you want to make sure that if any fuel spills out, it can't spill on a hot header, and that you're prepared for that. A small catch tank is best if you could fashion one. When you go to reinstall the fuel tank, make sure that the hose marked drain is on the right hand side. All right, that's about it, guys. We just want to do a quick video to show you how easy it is to do that and show you the bits and pieces on the bike that you should be concerned with. Outside of that, it's not a very hard job. You should be able to complete it within about an hour. And I hope this helped. See you guys.